Your daily rail from Bridge 70 update. I've patched up the lighting again, the exposure to maximum. Not much more lighting we're going to get out of here now, but while we can, we'll make the most of it, shall we? Now let's go in there. Actually, it's a pretty sharp picture on the screen there. Now the lighting here is actually pretty poor. It's better on the screen now. To give you an update on this, and I'm interested in this purely for me. I'm not doing it for monetary grounds. I'm doing it for me because I'm interested in it. Anybody else who wants to follow me, that's fine. I appreciate that, right? But it's nothing. There's no sort of. There's no motive for this. Now let's have a look at this. We'll go over here and go down there. It's a bloody good picture, that actually. Now, well. Dare I say, so much for Paddy Power. They had a look, did a little bit of stuff, tried to have a little bit of a nobble around, and then they left. They didn't pull up the pile, which is critical at this stage, I would have thought, to pull up that pile, because then that would free the drain and the water would then go back down. Even though it's cracked, it would actually free the drain. Right? Now what's happening now is water is if we just go... Right, one day, if this carries on like this, I'll have a professional team of people, and I look forward to that. David Thompson, you can come and work for me and give me the coffee and move cameras and stuff. In the meantime, right, this is the water there now has come up practically under Bridge 70, and it's crossed there. It's obviously breached that rail. I want to try and avoid repeating stuff that I've said in other posts, because I'm making a DVD of the remaking of Goblin. But I think today the rational choice is to actually name the DVD The Breaking of Goblin, right? And all of this has to be in succession. It's all dated. That's why I'm doing videos rather than photos, because I'm making a film. And the deeper you go, the more exciting it gets. But also there's other things at risk now. I mean, I was over there earlier. For those who haven't seen my post, catch up. And with Tony, and from what we saw, right, because that's coming up, because that's being forced up to land level, not only is it weakening that bank, but it's also taking out a lot of soil. Now, there's a house there, right on the rail. There's also another house right behind there. Okay, now any rational engineer, right, and I spoke to one of them on the railway line off camera a couple of hours ago, and I said, mate, you know, what's happening here? You got a leak. I know we joked on camera about having a leak, but I spoke to another one, and he said, I said, mate, oh yeah, we just cracked a pipe, but we fixed it in an hour. And I said, don't you want to shore that up? Right? That is a massive house right on the rail, yeah? That's all weak there now. That's all weakened. All of that, the strength's been taken out, the soil's been taken out, the bankments have been taken out, the trees have been cut down, yeah? That is all weak. It's washed up the ballast away from the rails. Mr. Biglin will now start to appreciate what I've been saying all along. They didn't have enough space there for the electrics, so they wanted to put it this side. That's why they double piled a heavy duty one in there and cracked the drain that we knew that was there all along, which, well, I've got some more news on that. I'm not going to give it away now. And that's going to fill up. There's no way out of that for that drain, because we're in a curve. And I'm on the verge of repeating, but all of this adds to succession about a film that I'm making called The Breaking of the Goblin. Breaking news. Well, there's probably going to be a lot of action here tonight. They might leave it and let it see what happens. But, you know, I'm not involved in the politics. I'm not involved in the people. It's up to them to contact Thames Water and get the lorries in again here. We've seen it for 5 months. Lorry pumps, generators, emergency lighting. And as I said before, it's amazing how quickly money goes when you have to spend money on outsourcing. This project is 11 subcontractors deep. So Peter Hendy is technically in charge of this, and he has been down here to Queen's Road. He's the chairman of Network Rail. Let me say that name again, Sir Peter Hendy. Yeah, and they're using this groundbreaking, let me say that again, groundbreaking software, 4D software, that Goblin is a guinea pig for. And it's only when you start adding all these facts together you start to realise why this is happening. Your daily rail, one of the final ones now, the lighting is going from the infamous bridge70.com.